Joining me right now in studio is Colleen Hill. She's the programming director for AIGA Detroit, the American Institute of Graphic Arts Detroit. They've got a contest going on right now, trying to get us to tell our story better, to get other people to be excited about Michigan and life in our state. Colleen, welcome to the Graig Fahle Show. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Craig.
I love this. Wish you were here. It's a postcard competition. Tell me a little bit more about the genesis of this idea. What happened?
Well, I got the idea when I was watching a PBS special called Beyond the Motor City, and Professor Robert Fishman from U of M was showing his old vintage postcards of Detroit. And he said the reason why he liked to collect them was because they serve as a counter to what he sees in front of them, but they also remind him of what the city could become again. And it got me thinking about all the places that have sprung up here in the past 5 to 10 years that never had the opportunity to be on a postcard.
Okay. Oh, give me an idea of some of the things you think that would make good postcard fodder today.
Right. So the DIA has just recently had a great renovation. Slows is a great place to visit. There are places in Ann Arbor, like the Hands-On Museum, that are great. And I think that people don't know about these places outside of Michigan. You always see the same pictures of the train station and the Packard plant in the media, and you don't see the smaller places that people often enjoy living here.
So instead of just coming up with some ideas on something you could do yourself, you're trying to get the entire community involved in this, not just here, but really around the state.
Yes, I want people to take ownership of the images that represent them.
Okay, and so tell me about the idea for a contest, though, because you're looking for submissions. You want people to design a "Wish You Were Here" style postcard.
Correct.
What are they supposed to do?
So if you go to our website, there's the specs on what size it should be. It's just 4 1/4 by 6 inches, and it can be a photograph, it can be an illustration, it can be a painting, it can be any medium that people choose to use to represent their favorite place. And then they submit the design to our website, and there will be an online voting section where everyone can vote online for their top favorite postcards. The top 25 will be printed, and then those ones will be mailed out. We'll have them at different events, AIGA events and other group community events, for people to come bring their address books and mail them to their friends and loved ones outside of the state.
So as far as guidelines are concerned, basically size is about the only thing. If you think you've got a photograph or a drawing or a painting, whatever, that perfectly represents your favorite place or something that you think is important about life in Michigan, that's what you want.
Yes, positive images.
Well, yeah,
Michigan.
okay. But some people do find positivity in some of the things that other people might perceive as negative. Maybe they find some beauty in some of the ruins here in the community.
That's true. And there are a lot of artists that use that as their medium, and I think that's great as well.
Well, obviously, though, people are going to get a chance to vote on this. What's the deadline, first of all?
January 31st.
Oh, so there's a lot of time left.
Yes.
And so as far as, give me an idea of what you would put in on yours.
Well, my favorite place changes often, but lately I've really enjoyed going to John King books.
Okay.
And looking through all the old books, and even on subjects that I would never find myself interested in, or I think I would be interested in. The books are great, and the binding, and...
So have you thought about how to capture a photograph that captures John King, or maybe even a painting or something?
Yeah, I think I would do something more representative instead of literal, because from the outside of that building, you would never know what is inside. And I think maybe a close-up of a few books or pages or something that references that would be better.
That's not a bad idea. So again, this is statewide, though. So if somebody lives here, but maybe their favorite place in Michigan is Tequamanon Falls or, the Porcupine Mountains or maybe Traverse City or something like that, if they've got something that they think is representative of why this state is a good place to be, you'll do it.
Yes, and that is my big hope, is that we get something that represents the state as a whole, as opposed to, our urban areas and our rural areas and our up north destination.
Well, I wonder if we're sort of battling against, maybe trying to sort of reinstate a bit of a tradition, because it seems that I don't get anywhere near as many postcards from people as I used to. It seems to be a bit of a dying art.
Yes, and I think that's one of the things that's really exciting about this, is it's sort of paying tribute to an old medium, and I think people pay attention when they get mail.
Yeah.
When they get something in the mail that's tangible that they can hold.
So if you print these out, here's an idea too. So you get all these people, they make their submissions, you pick the 25 best, you say you're going to print them out. Is there any thought of marketing these as something that people can then buy to send to people? Because again, postcards are, everybody loves getting postcards.
Yes, we've been talking to the Bureau of Urban Living about having them for sale on the store, a set of 25.
Okay, that'd be a pretty cool idea. So, you have submissions coming in now. They're just starting to roll in, because this just was announced a little bit ago.
Correct.
And so they've got basically about a month and a half now, almost. 2 months. 2 months to get these done. What are you hoping? How many do you expect to come in? Do you have any thoughts on what it could be?
I haven't thought about in terms of numbers, my biggest hope is that it's a wide range and representative of all of Michigan, but also many different mediums. And I hope that it's not just limited to people who are artists or consider themselves artists or designers. I hope that anyone who's interested will participate.
My guest right now, Colleen Hill. She's the programming director at AIGA Detroit. We're talking about Wish You Were Here. It's a postcard contest that is being set up right now. And again, if you want to submit your design, the website again is detroit.aiga.org, correct?
Correct.
The guidelines are all there. So anybody that wants to do this, I mean, are there going to be different categories for like kids maybe if they want to get involved in this or something?
We do have a section on the submission form that says if you are a student versus a professional.
Okay.
But I think it would be great if high school students or elementary school students wanted to also submit.
Get their sense as to what it is they love about their state.
Correct.
And what is the ultimate goal of this, frankly?
The ultimate goal is to have a community-based project where the people from the community can come together to sort of redefine how they want images to represent them. And I hope that we can send them to AIGA chapters as well as other groups in the country and people in the country, and they can see these images and think, oh, I would never think to go to Michigan, but maybe now I will consider doing this.
Well, I sort of liken this to, something that's a bit more commercial, but the Pure Michigan campaign. Many people have been saying, look, this has been very successful. It paints the state in a very positive light. People see the natural beauty that does exist here. Do you sort of see this as a small-scale version of something like that?
Yes, I do, and I've really enjoyed their commercials, and I think they have been very successful.
And it's just it's just a matter of showing the right things, and we can overcome a lot of negative perceptions?
I hope so, and I think that people from the community taking part in that, I think, really makes it different, too, on another level.
Well, once again, if you want to submit, basically it's detroit.aiga.org, and you can find all the information about the contest there. Colleen Hill has been my guest. She's the programming director for AIGA Detroit. Are you eligible to win?
I don't know if I'll submit a design because I've been so busy trying to get the word out.
Well, I'm going to think about it. I'm the least artistic person I know, but I've got a lot of photographs that I think are pretty good. So I'll submit one and see what happens.
Great.
Thank you. Colleen Hill from AIGA Detroit. Again, do your part. Tell the story of Michigan. If you've got an idea for a photograph that you think does a really good job telling our story, submit your postcard design. Who knows? Maybe you could be seeing it sent in the mail across the country. This is the Graig Fahle Show on 101.9 WDET.